السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. ازيكم يا شباب، عاملين ايه؟ النهارده هنكمل مع بعض جزء خاص بالجرامر اللي هو السينونيم اند الانتونيم. هنبص طبعا السينونيم والانتونيم مهم جدا لان بيجي لي كتير في قطع الكومبريهنشن، ان هو بيجيب لي كلمات داخل القطعه ويجي يقول لي ان هي مينز كذا او بتعني كذا، فانا لازم ابقى عارفه ايه هي معناها، او بيقول لي ده opposite of كذا اللي هي العكس بتاعها. فالجزء ده جزء مهم جدا برضه لازم نكون عارفينه في المفردات. هنبص كده مع بعض. عند the first word is ability اللي هي القدرة، and the meaning أو synonym of ability is potential or capacity. potential and capacity. الopposite أو الانtonym is disability or incapacity. يعني عندي capacity أتحط لها in تبقى incapacity، و ability تبقى disability. absorb طب معنى طبعا يمتص، دي السينونيم بتاعها السكر، and the opposite is excrete يعني يفرز الحاجة. يؤلم السينونيم is hurt and the opposite is please. admit اللي هو يعترف، meaning confess or agree, the opposite is deny or reject. alive اللي هو على قيد الحياة means awake or existing, the opposite is dead or lifeless. alone بمفرده the opposite is separate, the meaning is separate and the opposite is together. ambitious اللي هو شخص الطموح means aspiring, the opposite is lazy or content. طبعا lazy يعني كسول، content يعني راضي بحاله. appreciate يقدر، ودي السينونيم بتاعها is value or regard or respect, the opposite is devalue, misunderstand. devalue or misunderstand. attractive بمعنى جذاب، ودي means charming or lovely, the opposite is boring or ugly. average اللي هو متوسط أو معدل means standard, and the opposite is exception. award اللي هو يكافئ، ده الverb طبعا، meaning is grant or prize, and the opposite is punish or punishment. believe يعتقد أو يؤمن، means think or consider, the opposite is doubt or disbelief. calculate اللي هو يحسب means estimate or value, and the opposite is disregard or doubt. challenge اللي هو يتحدى, the opposite is confront, the meaning is confront or impose, the opposite is ignore or deny. complain يشكو means protest or mourn, the opposite is approve يعني يوافق على الشيء، أو praise يعني يمدحه or praise. concentrate يركز، meaning is focus or accumulate, and the opposite is separate or break up. conscientiousness means ذو ضمير حي, means honest or moral, while opposite is unconscientiousness. conscious اللي هو واعي means aware or sensible يعني أو عاقل, the opposite is unconscious or careless. consider يعتبر means regard or suppose, the opposite is ignore or neglect. creative يعني شخص مبدع means clever or imaginative, the opposite is imitative or talentless يعني عديم الموهبة. damage تلف means harm or hurt, the opposite is heal or recovery. defeat اللي هو يهزم means beat or collapse or conquer, the opposite is win, victory or triumph. develop اللي هو يطور أو ينمي, meaning is evolve or advance or improve, and the opposite is decline, devolve or weaken. disable means handicap, the opposite is sound or normal. discipline اللي هو الانضباط أو النظام means control or preparation, the opposite is ignorance or confusion. downside اللي هو الجانب السلبي أو اللي هو الآثار الجانبية means disadvantage or cons. الopposite is advantage and plus. drought بالأو اللي هي الجفاف means dryness اللي هو الجفاف برضو، والopposite is flood. ease يسهل means facilitate or relieve, and the opposite is enlarge or upset. encourage يعني يشجع means boost, inspire or promote, and the opposite is discourage or depress. essential يعني أساسي أو ضروري means important or indispensable. The opposite is undesired or unimportant. evil means wrong or bad, and the opposite is right or virtue. fear اللي هو الخوف means anxiety scare, joy or bravery. fear اللي هو الخوف أو المينينج بتاعها anxiety, scare الopposite is joy or bravery. fellow اللي هو الرفيق أو الزميل اللي هو الرجل means companion or partner, and the opposite is enemy or foe. fiction اللي هو الخيال means imagination or fantasy, invention. the opposite is fact or reality. fictional يعني خيالي, the meaning is imaginary, the opposite is factual or true. float بمعنى يطفو means sail or glide, the opposite is settle or sail. gain يكتسب means acquire, the opposite is lose. giant اللي هو العملاق means enormous or huge or large, the opposite is tiny, little or minute. greedy طماع means eager or wild, and the opposite is eager or enthusiastic. harmful ضار means evil, bad or damaging, and the opposite is harmless, safe or helpful. hole ثقب means gap, the opposite is closure. honor شرف means dignity or glory, the opposite is blame or shame. hopeful بمعنى متفائل means cheerful or enthusiastic, the opposite is depressed or hopeless. horrible بمعنى فظيع ودي السينونيم بتاعها awful or nasty, terrible, and the opposite is attractive or delightful. horrified مرعوب means frightened or terrified, the opposite is calm or assured. ideal مثالي means perfect or excellent, and the opposite is common or imperfect. illuminate اللي هو يضيء أو ينير means light or clarify, clear up, the opposite is dim, obscure or darken. impressive مبهر means exciting or imposing, and the opposite is insignificant or ordinary. improve بمعنى يحسن means develop or promote, and the opposite is decline or demote or handle. influential يعني مؤثر means powerful, or the opposite is insignificant. insist usurp means resist, stand firm, assert, the opposite is abandon, desert or give up. install يعني يركب شيء means place or fix, and the opposite is remove. invisible يبقى خفي أو غير مرئي means unseen, the opposite is visible or seen. lack النقص means absence or shortage, the opposite is plenty or increase. link اللي هو الرابط أو الصلة means connection. The opposite is separation. Massive means huge أو ضخم means heavy weight, and the opposite is light or weightless. Mature اللي هو البالغ means adult or ripe يعني ناضج or grown up. The opposite is young or immature. Merits اللي هي المزايا means advantages أو pros. The opposite is disadvantages, cons or demerits. Missing بمعنى مفقود means lost or absent, and the opposite is present or attended. Moral اللي هو المغزى أو الدرس الأخلاقي the meaning is significance. The opposite is meaninglessness. Moving يعني محرك للمشاعر means emotional or heartbreaking. The opposite is dull. Mysterious بمعنى غامض. The meaning is obscure or strange, and the opposite is apparent or obvious. Narrow ضيق means tight or limited. The opposite is wide or broad. Obvious يعني واضح means clear أو distinctive. The opposite is unclear. Old fashioned يعني موضة قديمة means ancient أو dated أو out of date. The opposite is fashionable or current. Optimistic الشخص المتفائل means hopeful or the opposite is pessimistic. Permanently يعني بشكل دائم means forever. The opposite is temporary يعني temporarily يعني ايه مؤقت. Personal شخصي means private or individual. The opposite is public or general. Persuade يعني يقنع. Convince or argue. Urge. The opposite is discourage or prevent. Position يعني يضع في موضع. It means locate, or the opposite is displace. Positive يعني إيجابي means clear or effective. The opposite is negative or useless. Promote يرقي means raise or upgrade. The opposite is dismiss or remove. Proof اللي هو الإثبات means evidence. The opposite is hypothesis. Qualified اللي هو المؤهل means suitable or fit. The opposite is unskilled or inexpert يعني غير خبير. Raise يعني يربي means lift معنى يرفع means lift or climb. The opposite is drop or lower. طبعا لو هي raise بمعنى يربي يبقى the opposite ايه؟ يبقى المينينج بتاعها اللي هي بمعنى كده أو grow up. Reduce يقلل means decrease or degrade or lessen. The opposite is increase or enlarge. Regularly بانتظام معناها habitually يعني عادة. Always, or the opposite is rarely or never. Release يعني يطلق معنى set free or drop means the opposite is hold or lock. Repair معنى mend or fix. The opposite is damage or break or spoil. Reputation اللي هي السمعة ودي means fame or importance. Rescue ينقذ. The opposite meaning is save or release. The opposite is in danger or harm. Respected يعني محترم. The meaning is admired or appreciated. The opposite is dishonored or disrespected. Responsible يعني مسؤول means liable or in charge of. The opposite is irresponsible or unaccountable. Secret اللي هو السر means unknown or mystery. The opposite is known or confidential. Sensible يعني حكيم or rational, logical. The opposite is irrational or insensible. Separate يعني يفصل means split or divide. ده طبعا الverb. The opposite is attach or link. دلوقتي هنبدأ مع بعض كده في الاكسرسايز. نمبر 1 is the synonym of serious. serious طبعا بمعنى جد. what is the synonym؟ اللي قلنا السينونيم اللي هو المعنى، يبقى it means lovely, friendly, tough or easy. طبعا معنى كلمة serious is tough. number 2 her selfish behavior اللي هو السلوك الأناني ruined the evening. ruined is a synonym. ruined هنا بمعنى يعني بيقول ان السلوك الأناني أو سلوكها الأناني دمر الأنثى. معنى ruined is encouraged, honored, disciplined or spoiled. طبعا spoiled بمعنى ايه؟ أفسد. The museum has a special facilities for handicapped people. handicapped means طبعا يعني المتحف في تجهيزات للهانديكابد بيبل. الهانديكابد هنا means ايه؟ طبعا disabled اللي هم ايه؟ disabled people اللي هم اللي هو ذوي الاحتياجات الخاصة. number 4 do you get what I am saying? do you get what I am saying? get here means طبعا do you get what I am saying يعني انت فهمت اللي انا بقوله، يبقى هنا get بمعنى understand. 5 encourage and depress are synonyms, antonyms, opposites, the same meaning or adjectives. وانا عايز هنا 2 answers. طبعا encourage and depress هي عبارة عن synonym and opposites. suitable and proper. suitable and proper. طبعا suitable and proper there are synonyms. هنا طبعا برضه بيقول لي choose two meaning يبقى هما synonyms، والsynonyms هما كمان عبارة عن ايه؟ الsynonyms طبعا عبارة عن the same meaning. asleep and awoke. asleep and awoke. asleep and awoke يعني نايم وايه وصاحي are synonyms, antonyms, opposites, the same meaning, verbs. يبقى طبعا هما antonyms and opposites. pain and ache. pain and ache طبعا pain and ache عبارة عن ايه؟ عبارة عن synonym and the same meaning. the adjective alive can be the opposite of the adjective. يبقى كلمة alive is the opposite of ايه؟ طبعا is the opposite of dead. the verb paraphrase. paraphrase يعني يشرح is similar in meaning to the verb waste, challenge, extract, explain. طبعا is the same as verb explain. the school break is the best time I have ever spent. break here means go wrong, rest, destroy or smash. طبعا هنا البريك بمعنى rest. the adjective sociable. كلمة sociable can be the opposite of the adjective. يبقى هي ال opposite of the adjective. outgoing طبعا outgoing معناها sociable برضه. friendly, unfriendly, social. يبقى طبعا هي means the opposite of unfriendly. the verb separate is antonym. is an antonym of to the verb. يبقى هو antonym للverb ايه؟ separate طبعا يعني يفصل. يبقى ده ايه؟ يبقى طبعا the antonym of attach. the work late لكن اللي هو طبعا نقص is an synonym to the word. يبقى لك synonym to the word طبعا لك بمعنى shortage اللي هو النقص، يبقى هنا بمعنى ايه؟ increase. well known is and famous are. well known and famous are طبعا well known and famous هم عبارة عن ايه؟ عبارة عن synonyms. We discussed the merits of herbal tea. Merits here means طبعا الميرتس اللي هي الايه اللي هي البلس. Survivor is the number 17 is the synonym of survivor. طبعا survivor اللي هو بقى ايه بقاء على قيد الحياة او بقاء على قيد الحياة. طبعا السينونيم is ايه is alive. Is the antonym of downside. The antonym of downside. طبعا the antonym اللي هو العكس بتاع downside. احنا قلنا downside اللي هو side effect او اللي هي الاثار السلبية. يبقى طبعا ال opposite is advantage. She was frightened that the plane would crash. Frightened means طبعا frightened means horrified. Is the antonym of fact. The antonym of fact. طبعا الفاكت اللي هو الحقيقة. يبقى ال opposite is non-fiction or fiction, fictional or factual. يبقى طبعا ايه ال opposite is fiction. Is the synonym of invisible. But the synonym of invisible is visible. How did you make the connection? How did you make the connection? The connection here means appreciate, removal, link, invisible. طبعا connection means link. Is the antonym of lose. The antonym of lose. طبعا antonym of lose is gain. Install and remove. Install and remove. طبعا install يعني يثبت و remove يعني يشيل. يبقى دول عبارة عن ايه؟ very good. يبقى دول عبارة عن antonym. Friendly and neighborly are طبعا friendly and neighborly الاثنين بمعنى ودود. يبقى الاثنين عبارة عن ايه؟ synonyms. It might be obvious to you but it isn't to me. يعني ربما يكون الأمر واضح بالنسبة لك لكن لا مش بالنسبة لي. The antonym of obvious. ال opposite of obvious. Obvious طبعا يعني واضح. Is clear, unclear, clean or simple. طبعا ال opposite is unclear. The law firm has an excellent reputation. يعني عندها سمعة جيدة. The synonym of reputation is fame, famous, popular. طبعا reputation اللي هي السمعة يبقى الأوبوزيت ليها طبعا الفيم. admit and deny. admit and deny يعني يعترف وينكر or طبعا opposites. Unfortunately and unluckily. Unfortunately and unluckily or طبعا برافو عليك يبقى عبارة عن ايه؟ synonyms. I finally managed to persuade her to go out for a drink with me. The synonym of persuade. persuade هنا بمعنى ايه؟ بمعنى discourage يعني احبطتها، encourage شجعتها، stop prevent. طبعا هنا persuade بمعنى encourage. There is only one tiny problem with the booking. The antonym of tiny is يعني عكس كلمة tiny is طبعا giant. برافو عليكم. Creative and imaginative. Creative and imaginative or طبعا creative يعني ايه؟ يعني مبدع. طيب كلمة imaginative دي عبارة عن ايه؟ برضو بمعنى خيالي او مبدع. فكلمة creative and imaginative or synonyms. He seemed too perfect to be real. The synonym of perfect is unsuitable, poor, disabled or ideal. طبعا كلمة perfect يعني ideal. The advice sound sensible enough. The advice sounds sensible enough. يعني النصيحة تبدو عقلانية كفاية. The antonym of sensible. معنى العكس كلمة sensible means rational, irrational, wise or prim. Very good. يبقى الopposite أو الانtonym is irrational. Vitamins play an essential role in many body processes. The synonym of essential is طبعا كلمة essential معناها ايه؟ important. مش في سؤال هنا ضايع. She has هو نفس السؤال اللي فات. She has written over 20 works of fiction. The antonym of fiction is. يبقى كلمة fiction معناها ايه؟ illegal, unlawful, unreal, reality. طبعا fiction اللي عايزة الايه؟ الانتونيم بتاعها اللي هو العكس بتاعها يبقى طبعا ايه؟ reality اللي هي الواقعية. worried and anxious are طبعا synonyms. We are considering buying a new car. The synonym of consider is معنى كلمة consider is regard, guard, invest, attract. يبقى we are considering buys طبعا بمعنى ايه؟ very good بمعنى regard. The corridor was illuminated by a naked bulb. The antonym of illuminate يبقى عكس كلمة illuminate means shines, darken, brighten, whiten. يبقى طبعا ايه؟ dark. The switch is a bit tricky to reach. The switch is a bit tricky to reach. The synonym of tricky is deceiver, deceive, receive, precious. يبقى كلمة tricky يعني ايه tricky اصلا؟ برافو عليك. يعني بمعنى ايه؟ بمعنى خادع او مخادع. طيب كلمة tricky السينونيم بتاعها ايه؟ برافو عليك. يبقى هو ايه؟ deceiver. Confidence is the key to success. الثقة هي ايه؟ مفتاح النجاح. The antonym of success is الانتونيم طبعا اللي هو الايه؟ الopposite يبقى is failure. More gases occur in winter. The synonym of occur is. The synonym of occur is discourage, encourage, happen, prevent. طبعا هنا occur بمعنى happen. The door is kept permanently locked. يعني دايما الباب ده مغلق. The antonym of permanently يبقى is a very good temporarily. وبكده نكون وصلنا لنهاية الفيديو بتاعنا النهارده. اتمنى انكم تكونوا استفدتم. لو عجبنا الفيديو ما ننساش نعمل لايك وشير للفيديو ونفعل الجرس عشان يوصل لنا تنبيهات بكل الدروس الجديدة. Until we meet again, goodbye and good luck.